It's November, and during the day in this greenhouse that's opened up, it gets to about 40 degrees. It's about 95 Fahrenheit. It's pretty hot. Hi, welcome back to Japan. My name's Newman, and it's autumn here in central Japan, or eastern side, and I'm going to show you my favorite cacti today. So number one is Cactus setaspinus. I've had this one for about over a year now. It's produced a fruit, you can see right there. Might have some seed in it. Every now and then you get lucky and you get one with seed in it, even though I don't have a pear and I can't pollinate them. But you know, every now and then a miracle happens. It'll pollinate itself. And I like this cacti because of the way it twists around as it grows. It's got this neat twist to it. I call it the flowering machine because this thing just flowers non-stop. I think I need to give it a bit of water. It's looking a bit flaccid. This thing will produce flowers almost all the way through the year. It can offset as it gets older. It's growing in a really well draining mix there. It's got a lot of pumice in it. Yeah, the flowers are beautiful. I might put up an image on the screen here so you can see them. Next favorite cactus is Homalocephala texensis. This one's got some dagger-like central spines, and then it's got these aerial spines here coming out of the areolae. It's got really thick skin. It's super hardy, super tough, just like the Cactus setaspinus. This thing can take real low temperatures. The reason why I like it is I like its compact round form. It's really thick spines, and the flowers, beautiful pink flowers, are quite amazing. And I'm going to put an image up on the screen here so you can see them. And because I like it so much, I have another one. So I got two. Next favorite cactus is Calycium spiniflorum variety violaceum. And the reason why I like this one is because of its compact round form. It's really dense spinach, and it has beautiful flowers during the summertime, and it's very cold hardy, so I won't be covering it. I recommend buying one. His favorite is Rebutia. This one grows right up here on really high up on the balcony here, mainly to keep away from humidity during the summer and to give it some shade, and during the winter time it gets maximum sun. And I love this plant for the way that it flowers profusely. It almost looks like a carpet of flowers when they open, and that's why it's one of my favorite. And it's neat small cactus. Easy to make a collection of them if you have a very limited space. And it's very hardy, cold hardy, so no problems there. Favorite has to be Calycium saglionis. This is a big one. I love this cactus just because of its tubercles. It's got big, fat, round tubercles and it can grow up to a decent size too, 30 to 40 centimeters in diameter. It's native to northern Argentina, and I love the flowers on it, and I love the spines, and of course the color. It's got a lovely olive green color to it, and because I love it, I got one here and one there too. Next up is Cactus glossescens. This is one of my bigger ones that I have. It's been repotted, and surprisingly it grows even during the cooler months. And I love this Cactus because it has this beautiful blue glaucous body with these yellowish spines, and it also flowers, beautiful yellow flowers. And because I love it, I have a second, and I will be pollinating them at some time. There's Cactus Lenninghalsii, and I love this cactus because of its golden spines, golden bristly spines. It's just so golden yellow, and of course they have beautiful yellow flowers. It's easy to look after, loves the humidity, hot summers. I've kept it out here during last winter, and it got down below 0, freezing temperatures, in this makeshift greenhouse. And this is one of my favorite cacti, and it comes from southern Brazil, Rio Grande do Sul. Grows up on cliffs, and it's kind of like a dry forest, and it grows in amongst smaller shrubby plants on cliff faces. It's a magnificent cactus, and it's so common, and yet it's one of my favorite. Next up, Cactus magnificus. Always wanted to have one, and it's one of my favorite, and the funny thing is I've never ever had one. So here's one that I bought, and got a much smaller one down here. And once again, I love it because it's got this glaucous, bluish green body. It's easy to grow, has beautiful yellow flowers, offsets a lot. It's just a neat looking cactus to have in your collection. Next up, Cactus hematocanthus. I have two forms, cultivars. I know that this one is different from this one. I love it for its hook-shaped central spines. It's neat the way it starts to twist as it grows older, and it's so hardy and so tough. It can put up with anything. Just not too much water, that's all. And they're beautiful yellow flowers, and it's just a magnificent looking cactus. That's why it's one of my favorites. Escobaria lariodoi. I love this for its nylon, white, dense spines. It's just a magnificent looking cactus. It's a deadly looking thing. This thing is really old. It's maybe over 20 years old now. I've had it for 15 years. There's a big beautiful pink flower, late summer. Next one is Cactus bicolor. I only have one, and I think down here there's another one. I love it for the way it grows, the way it looks. I have a thing for cacti that twist as they grow. They look really neat. It's got beautiful yellow new spines that pop out, and then they change to a reddish color. It's a magnificent cactus. Next favorite is Cylindropuntia monstrose. Cylindropuntia, I can't remember its name, but this is a cultivar. Don't usually like monstrose, but I like this one. I've had it for years. and I like to, every now and then I'll take some off to cultivate it. I like how it has those reddish leaves that come out of the top as it grows, and then they drop off, and then there's spines there to take over. It's just a really neat looking cactus. My next favorite is Libivia arachnoides. And here it is here. It's not in flower, but it has a beautiful bright yellow flowers. Offsets profusely, really cold hardy, easy to grow. It's a magnificent cactus to have in your collection. I have some new cacti. So here's the first one. This is a glandular cactus, or sclera cactus. I finally found one. Not always available because it's a slow growing cactus, but it's going to turn into a magnificent looking specimen as it gets older. And it's one of my favorite, and I've never owned one. Next up, Echinopsis. I have a lot of Echinopsis. I have yellow, white, I have all sorts of flowering ones, and I breed them and make hybrids. So this is one of the ones that's a species, so it's not crossed or hybridized. Carlochlora. Echinopsis carlochlora. I love its bright green body, and it has beautiful white flowers. It's a really neat looking cactus. Offsets quite a lot. Looks really great, especially if you plant it in a pot that's dark blue or black. Just really sets it off. Next up is Notocactus autumnus. Here it is here. Pretty sure it's autumnus. Yeah. Now, why do I like this one? It's got a neat, compact, globular, typical cactus looking plant with some gnarly, twisted black spines, and has beautiful yellow flowers. And what's interesting about this one is it has like stolons. So as it's growing its root system, the root system will grow away from the cacti, and then it can grow cacti off its root system up to 30 or 40 centimeters or even more away from the main plant. And it's such a common thing, but it's one of my favorites. I like it very much. This one is Mammillaria elongata Copper King. I love Copper King because of its color, beautiful golden spines, very easy to cultivate, and I've cultivated quite a lot. You can see one here, and we got one that stays out unprotected all winter right here. A little bit of a dieback there, but it started to offset again. That's one of my favorites too. Next up is a consolia. These things are like weeds, aren't they? Where they naturally grow. I just think this is fascinating. It's a fascinating cactus. I like how flat these pads are. They look like sculptures. Not to mention that they have, every now and then, you might find a spine, but they're totally harmless. And they won't even prick you. You can easily handle this plant. And if you get lucky, it may flower for you too. I brought it indoors for the winter because it's not hardy to below zero temperatures. It needs a repot. Gonna repot it this spring. And that wraps it up. Happy that you could join me looking at my favorite cacti, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that when I have more videos upcoming, it'll let you know. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. I know quite a lot, and I like to share it with people. And have a great day, and see you back next time. Bye.